we'll talk about the players we're going to be watching coming up on Saturday, tomorrow. Again, 11 a.m. Get your chores done so you can sit down and watch the final preseason game if you're into that sort of thing. I've got a couple names. Cecil, I know you got a couple names. Why don't you kick this thing off, Cecil? Tell the folks who you're watching and why you're watching them.
Yeah, I am watching, first and foremost, Audric Estimé, honestly. This is his last chance. This is his opportunity. It's right there in front of him, and hopefully the Broncos feed him, and I hope it's either for we're going to feature you purposes, or he's the type of guy that needs a dozen carries. Not 3, not 5, not 6, a dozen. He needs that amount, and honestly, I'd say it's like 20. He's not going to get that, but still, give him the opportunity to fail. They're not really giving him that opportunity. Now, you could make the argument he's got to earn that opportunity. I get it. That's fine. You and I have been saying Audric Estimé is on the outs for a while, and a month ago, people would give us pushback. Now, nobody does. Why, buddy? Because, well, everybody knows that it's probably not going to work out for Audric Estimé here, maybe on the practice squad. But even to make the practice squad, he's got to have 12 carries for, 60 yards, something like that. Real healthy average. Give me 5 yards a carry. Let me see him run over somebody, and not and it's going to be mostly backups, but that screen pass, that's not his game. I want to see handoffs. I want to see perhaps toss plays. I want to see Audric Estimé attacking someone as a runner on the ground, not in a screen, not in the open field, and he makes some scrub miss and then, breaks a tackle. I want to see him up the gut, breaking tackles, breaking outside, turning on the speed, and, gashing somebody for, let's say, 20, 25 yards, something like that. I need to see that. And if you don't see that, then there's not even any reason, even without a power back. They don't truly have a power back. Without a power back, I'm not keeping Audric Estimé unless even on the practice squad, unless he shows up on Saturday.
Do you think Audric Estimé is playing for his NFL life tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because it's the Broncos thing, you said it. We're both out. He's out. He's not on the team. I don't know that he's even on the practice squad. I think tomorrow is Audric Estimé's final audition to be an NFL player. And if that's not slapping you in the face with I need to perform, then nothing will. If the thing you love the most is on the verge of being taken from you forever, if you can't figure it out from that point, you probably never were going to.
Yeah. It's like Bone Thugs and Harmony said. It's like, meet me at the crossroads. It's the crossroads for Audric Estimé right now. He's got to show up, show out if he wants to stay with the Broncos or even stay in the NFL, and people may disagree with it, get as offended as you like, but the thing is, at running back, it's such a young man's game. And with this draft class being so thick and so full of talent, there's plenty of other players that teams are just waiting to see, what's going to happen with Devin Neal with the Saints or whatever. Okay, was there someone that we really like this year? Audric Estimé, and this is very cruel, but I have to say it because I believe it to be true. He's yesterday's news. Mike Kliss told us about a month ago, you can't cut a draft pick after, yeah, you can. You can. A fifth rounder? A fifth rounder. We can't cut fifth rounders? Yes, we can. It was true a month ago. It's certainly true today. And even though it is harsh to say, he's yesterday's news. He's not the hot, fresh, man, I can't believe the Broncos got him. We were just going to draft him, This is a guy that most people around the league have forgotten about. And he hasn't given you any reason for you to remember him. Mm-hmm. And that's square biz.
Yeah. Estimé's on my list as well. Let's go back and forth here. I'll go... my first one is this Bo. It's Bo Nix. 8 plays, 10 plays, 12 plays, 3 plays. I need Bo Nix to score a touchdown. Not physically Bo rushing the ball. I need him to lead his team down the field, and that unit produce 6 points. That's what I need to see tomorrow against New Orleans. And I'm actually going to double down on it because of who they are playing. And you said it. It's the 2s and the 3s. I don't want to have to come up in here on Monday and be like, so I watched Jarrett Stidham dominate the Arizona defense in 3 plays, and Bo got 10 and couldn't do it against the same version of the New Orleans Saints, who are a worse team than the Arizona Cardinals. Again, it doesn't mean there's quarterback controversy. That's nonsense.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I'm worried about the 11 wins that I predicted when you and I went through the games and picked game by game who was going to win and who was going to lose. Doesn't mean any of that. I just will feel more comfortable about a fast start. You want to roll through the schedule, and of course, we all look at Tennessee and Indianapolis as cupcakes, but then it gets real. When they say fast start, I look at a month-long schedule, right? The start equals a month for me. Tennessee, Indianapolis, you should be able to take care of business. At L.A., Cincinnati on a Monday night, if you're not firing on all cylinders, when you get to those games, you're going to lose those games.
Right.
And how are you going to fire on all cylinders if you're going to get, what was the number we talked about, 25, 26 reps from Bo Nix in the first unit, and they don't score any points?
Yeah,
it's just a reason to worry a little bit.
Get out there and look good with what you're doing. And I've said a field goal. I want points. You want a touchdown.
I want a touchdown.
Okay. I won't do a coffee bet on that, but because I'm just. You get into field goal if it's a long drive, if it's 8 plays and they have a balanced attack and they're doing a little bit of everything, and because in an 8-play drive you're probably not going to have a deep shot, but you tried a deep shot and it didn't work, and Troy Franklin dropped a pass, and then Will Peterson or maybe Zach is saying that Devon Bailey would have caught that, shaking your fist at the heavens. Maybe there's a deep shot, it doesn't connect, but you have an 8-play drive and it leads you into field goal range. And you get a field goal, but you were balanced. You did a lot of different things, different looks, different route combinations. Do something like that, and I'll be okay. I'll be okay with a field goal. I don't think you need to see a touchdown. The main thing you need to see is everybody stay upright. You were flying in at 7 a.m. You're flying out at 7 p.m. or you'll be back at 7 p.m. Whatever the number is. Yeah,
that's what VJ said,
and that's awesome because. You don't need to spend a bunch of time doing a bunch of other stuff in New Orleans, which it's all available for you. You need to get there, do what you need to do. It's a business trip. Business. And that means you get there, do your job, and get out. And then start ready for the regular season.
Who's next up on your list that you will be watching?
Yeah, it's A.T. Perry. The 6th receiver. When Sean Payton suggested that there would be a 6th receiver kept, that was shocking to me because it leads to other conversations about like a Jordan Jackson or a Wazirike on the defensive line. You thought those guys were safe with the trade of Devon Bailey. Now, if they are keeping 6, I can name 5 on the 53. 6 is odd, and who is it going to be? Because you have 4 different guys that are competing for one spot. So it's A.T. Perry, the great unknown. People on YouTube yesterday was like, does A.T. Perry even exist?
He's your well, I guess
imaginary friend.
Great white buffalo exists. It just left your life.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of imaginary. Well, yeah. No, I actually can vouch for Cecil. I've seen the human. Wait, have we both been dosed?
We've both been microdosed. Oh my God.
I've put my own eyeballs on A.T. Perry. He's a real man.
Imagine Spivak. He probably thinks, is A.T. Perry real or just somebody you talk about? So yeah, I'm a real boy. Show up and show out. Because Joaquin Davis can, Kyrese Rowan can, Courtney Jackson can, even Michael Bandy can, so it's 5 guys competing for one spot. So definitely my eyes on the wide receivers, all of them, but specifically Perry because he's gotten first team reps forever. And don't get mad at me, but he was getting first team reps this week. Sean, there's something there with Sean. So I want to explore that. If it's even worth exploring, he could get cut and never play, and I owe Drew pizza. I owe all of us pizza. How did Kevin make a bet that's between Drew and me?
I don't know, but I shout out to Kevin for doing it.
So you and Kevin aren't on the hook for anything.
Nothing at all. We just eat pizza and watch you guys argue about
No, this
A.T.
should
Perry.
be me giving Spivak a pizza or Spivak giving me a pizza.
Well, that's
Kevin
fine.
just got you guys in for free.
Well, the thing is, Drew...
What's your cut? You got to ante up.
He likes 2 large pizzas. That's what he.
Not just me. I mean, I'm not. I don't eat just 2 large pizzas on my own. I just want to make that clear. Okay. Come on now.
Yeah, that could come as soon as Tuesday if things don't go right for you.
It could.
I know we're having for lunch on Tuesday.
Drew's pretty confident.
He said play a snap, so he could get cut, and then they bring him back in week 8, and then he plays a snap.
So we have to wait through that?
Yeah, we're not waiting.
Come on.
I think we ought to clarify this. Like, he either makes the team or doesn't make the team.
You're addending it? You said he wouldn't play a snap.
I still don't think he's going to.
Okay, but that's the bet. The bet is the snap. He plays a snap, I get pizza.
And that's with the Broncos, because I think he might play a snap on another team when he gets cut off.
Sure, yes. And not a snap in the preseason, obviously.
No, that didn't count.
Regular season, yes.
I mean, look, guys, he hasn't even taken a snap in the preseason yet either. We got to get there first.
I don't even know if this guy's real.
We're making bets on imaginary people. It's
Kevin's
like
actually asked
football.
me like 3 different times, like, is A.T. Perry a real person? I was like,
I kid you not. I thought he was an offensive lineman for a while.
Cecil, you're like, why does Cecil keep talking about this offensive
Like,
line?
who must have great hands?
That's for Schler.
They're set on the offensive line. Why is he talking about him so much?
I don't even know what number he is.
He is a real boy. He's 87.
87. Yeah.
I think he's
Or
87.
80, it doesn't matter. He's not playing.
You guys sound like Sean Payton right now. I think I don't.
I
yeah,
don't know.
no,
I don't know. I don't
relative to
Yeah. No, he is a real person. I've seen him. Now, I've only seen him catch balls from a jugs machine, but I've seen him.
wait, is our number one quarterback the jugs machine now?
Drew, watch your mouth.
Whoa,
Drew.
whoa, we're gonna get a fight back there.
Well, wait, he said he's been taking reps with the number ones. I was like, well, jugs machine,
okay.
come on.
Okay.
We all thought
It was not a shot at Bo.
Okay.
Come on
okay.
now.
I'm just
You
prepared.
see how quick all three of us
Everyone's
jumped
on
on that
edge
shit?
now. I blame Zach. Everyone's on edge now after ZB. Like,
Don't blame Zach for that. Come on.
Hey, Zach,
Kevin almost backhanded you, man. I seen it.
you don't put Vele in a corner in Zach's timeline, and you don't put Bo in a corner in our timeline. I think Bo is our, or how am I trying to say this?
We're like Secret Service to Bo.
Right. Bo is our baby. Vele is Zach's baby.
Okay.
Does he buy a Saints jersey now? We should buy Zach a Saints jersey.
Ooh.
I've heard about a jersey story with Zach, though.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Doesn't go well. I don't want to be on the wrong end of that. Or
Okay.
maybe I do, actually. That might be fun, too.
It's always worth the story, right?
All right, so we're both looking at wide receivers. You talk about A.T. Perry. I think we're kind of all in the same boat as Courtney Jackson. It's not really of, hey, what can Courtney Jackson do for me? It's, are they actually going to ask him to do anything, or do they want to, stash this guy because he can do multiple different things? They've talked about Troy Franklin learning his role from last year and now adding onto his plate.
Yes.
Cecil, you tell me if you've seen differently, but I think they've thrown a couple of different positions from the wide receiver group at Courtney Jackson already.
Yeah, Courtney Jackson, and by the way, he's a great return option.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
He's
Yeah.
a better return option than Jaleel McLaughlin is.
Really?
And I do not think Jaleel is in danger of anything, but Courtney Jackson can be a returner and a receiver at multiple positions.
Better returner just because of size?
Because of his quickness, and Jaleel has a little bit of hesitation as a returner. It's a weird skill, and I'm not familiar with how much he did it. Let's say at Georgetown University or whatever. Like how much did he do it at Youngstown State? Whatever. Yeah. Like okay, I'm not familiar with that, but I know in watching him, it's not as natural as Jackson, who gets in and explodes. Like Jackson has no hesitation. And there's a little bit more desperation there with Jackson because obviously Jaleel, in my opinion, is on the 53 and Jackson clearly is not. But that's a playmaker that they honestly could hide. Somebody's not playing on Saturday, and it's because they're hiding him. I don't know who, if it's Rowan, if it's Courtney Jackson, but there will be somebody that, hey, you got a little hamstring thing, right? No, I feel great. No, you have a hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Which I wonder how the players themselves feel of that because it's
You
what we
making
say.
the team?
You're making the practice squad. What if you ball out in that game and you make a 53 somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, it's a decision everybody, will have to have across the league. But the Broncos will be hiding some players in addition to featuring some players, I'm sure.
Michael Bandy, same room. Like I said, we're both looking at the wide receiver room, the backup wide receiver room. Michael Bandy, it's just to me, we talked to Cliss yesterday, and he said, hey, I think Michael deserves a spot. That's where I give a little bit of pushback to Mike. Again, great story. The dude has overcome everything. You'd look at a guy like Michael Bandy, and you go, you're in the NFL? Oh, yeah, sure you are, buddy. A Madden creative player, and the dude's made a living being a practice squad player. It's a great story. I just don't. I think this is where his story ends, is a practice squad player. And to be honest, I know the numbers have gotten inflated a little bit, but like we're talking about Davis, Newton, Rowan, who you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even bring up Jawan Newton.
Even Courtney Jackson, like their future is it's there. It's there's a path for it. There's not for Michael Bandy.
Yeah, and again, have we seen the best of blank?
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen the best of Devon Vele? Perhaps. Who knows?
I
we'll
think
see.
he could add another couple hundred yards. to
Exactly.
his
Maybe he
total.
has 50 catches this year instead of
Yeah.
41. Something like that.
I think he'll be a very good piece for the Saints
he should be.
because he's going to get a lot of time.
Yeah. And they need the help at the wide receiver position and at quarterback. Can he play quarterback?
Oh, that'd be great.
It'd be great for them.
Yeah.
I look at Michael Bandy. Have we seen the best of Michael Bandy? Yes. Yes, we have. And that's just the way it is. He's good enough to be here, but not really stay here. And that kind of stinks.
And last one for me, and you haven't got a defensive player yet. I don't know if you have your last guy as a defensive player.
I do, yeah.
It is, don't call me Karen, I'm Karani. Reed is a guy that I'm looking at. Again, is Reed going to come in here and push Singleton or Greenlaw? No. I mean, he's even going to push a guy like Justin Stranad. I think you and I were both very impressed with Justin Stranad throughout camp this year. I don't think it's even that. It's hey, if something goes really, really wrong, will there be a drop-off in production, cliff-size drop-off?
Right.
Or a little mini drop-off?
Mini drop-off.
That's what I want to see from Reed.
I want to see Q Robinson go out there and ball out in the way that I know he can.
Like that. You've been talking about him, too, for a while.
And he's a guy that when the pads came on, he kind of disappeared. Then he ramped up. He looked a little bit better. Then he had opportunity against the Cardinals, and his moves weren't working. I want to see progress with Q Robinson in a game. Because other than special teams, I'm not sure how much we see of him in the regular season. Probably not a lot. This is our last look at Q Robinson because Robinson, he has a couple of moves, very, very limited. He cannot stack them, meaning if the first one doesn't work, he goes immediately to the second one. He can't do that. Not yet. And he doesn't have enough moves. He's just really athletic. He's freakishly athletic. He also gives up on the play when his first move doesn't work. He just kind of stops, and the play can go away from him. You got to chase that. Look at Jonah Ellis. Look at Dondrea Tillman. Look at Nick Benito. Look at Jonathan Cooper. If that play goes away from them, they run to it. Mm-hmm. They're in the play. It didn't even go to their side, and they're in the play. That's what Benito does great, Cooper, etc. Q Robinson, you have to show those signs that you are understanding, like, hey, my job's not over. The play isn't over if it went away from you and it's a run play. Yes, you are a pass rusher. Yes, you are a freakish athlete. Learn more moves. Stack those moves, and then understand your responsibility is to stop the ball carrier, not just rush the passer.
I got to read a couple of texts here.
Sure.
We're having the fun with the A.T. Perry. First of all, we got people saying they're down to pitch in on Zach Saints jersey, which we like.
Okay.
We got 2 texts with the A.T. Perry situation. Our guy Mike in Parker. This is a good one, Mike. Mike says, Manti Te'o wants to know who A.T. Perry is. Drew, we got a clap out of Drew.
A golf clap from Drew. Wow.
Mike and Parker, good job. And then this ties in the morning show with our show. So this is just a great listener from the 970. Did you put your name on this one? Tyler. Good job, Tyler. A.T. Perry is Mike Evans' wife. Oh, Tyler, that might be my favorite text that we've ever received.
That's one of those, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yep.
Oh, Tyler.
That's
thank
perfect.
you for that. That is absolutely outstanding. All right, so those are the players that we are going to watch. Cecil, I've got them written down. I know you know yours, but we'll come back Monday, and that'll be one of the things we talk about. How did the guys we were watching perform? Okay, let's get to this projected 53-man roster. We talked about this earlier on the offensive side, where Mike Kliss had 25 offensive players, 25 defensive players, and then your, I hate to call them specialists, but your special teams players. Cease, the defensive line, keeping 6 of those dudes. You know the Zach Allens, the DJ Jones, the Franklin Myers, the Malcolm Roach, the Savion Jones. He's got Jordan Jackson in here.
Okay.
Matt Henningsen, the injury, so he's out for the season.
Right.
And then he says, not on the team, but deserving a spot, and I might give some pushback here, is Uwazurike. Uwazurike's had a couple of years now. Now, first he has the suspension.
The gambling thing. Yeah.
I'm always going to hold that against him. Maybe I'm wrong for it, but not going to change my mind.
Okay.
I'm always going to do that. And he's had now a couple of years to ramp up and show it. Jordan Jackson has done that, while Uwazurike has not. I would probably disagree with Mike on that one, that he deserves a spot.
Yeah, I don't like using the word deserves, but
especially in the NFL.
Uwazurike and Jordan Jackson have had a hell of a competition in training camp. And if you wanted to say one beat the other, it would be pretty close. If you want to say it's Jackson, I'm okay with that. If you want to say it's Uwazurike, I'm okay with that, because it's that close. It was that sort of intense battle, and with both of those players, it is stuffing the run and staying strong. I think with Uwazurike, it's more the get-off is faster, but I think as an all-around player, like Uwazurike's got eyes on the quarterback. If you look at Jordan Jackson, he's got eyes on the ball. So Uwazurike might overrun something because he's going to hunt that quarterback, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing if you kind of let something go by you. You don't necessarily see that with Jordan Jackson, but you don't see the same quick get-off that you do with Uwazurike. So that's I do not envy George Payton. One, he's going to have Sean call him all the time, and like yelling from his office, "Hey, George!
Yeah.
Hey, did I tell you about that New Orleans place we're going?"
Yeah.
But George, no, you've got to try it. It's the best.
Yeah.
I said, George, you ever had a hurricane?
Yeah.
Ever eat crawdad?
Yeah.
You ever been on a crocodile hunt?
Yeah.
All of those things, dude.
A crocodile hunt? It's not Australia.
Don't they do the airboats and go? I know when I went to New Orleans, I went with my family.
Yeah.
And I had too much of a good time the night before, so I couldn't make it onto the airboat. I don't think they were like hunting crocodiles, but they were out there feeding them
It's
marshmallows.
like a hovercraft or something?
Yeah.
And you're feeding them
And
marshmallows?
I saw a bunch of videos. My sister's like feeding crocodiles marshmallows, and they go nuts for them.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't make it. I was headachy, as we said earlier.
Okay. I definitely don't envy George Payton for this next week.
Poor George. Does he get a vacation? Does he get it? That's why they have the 2 weeks. George needs a break from Sean in that final week to ramp up for the next 6 months.
Okay. It's like that couple that's been together forever that fights like cats and dogs, but they like love each other. Sean Payton and George Payton love each other.
Yeah.
They just need a little break sometimes.
It's a very healthy relationship where they want to strangle one another from time to time, and mostly George to Sean.
Got to take a me day today.